I speak it though. What's on your mind? What's on your mind is deep though. We'll speak it though. We on the air. Just take it there. I'ma take it there. Hold up. Yeah, I talk about it, but I'm real about it. I speak on it, but don't catch films about it. We can chop it up like it's nothing, baby. I'm on that radio, I speak it though. What's on your mind? Is deep though. We'll speak it though. We on the air. Just take it there. I'ma take it there. Hold up. Yeah, I talk about it, but I'm real about it. I speak on it, but don't catch films about it. We can chop it up like it's nothing, baby.
Today is International Women's Day, and it's actually Women's Month. So today we got a good show for y'all. Today we are bringing on one of our good friends is here joining us here on the show. We call her Miss Quest, but she's an author. She's an international best-selling author. She's a photographer. She a YouTuber. She's an artist. She's a broadcaster, and she do some paranormal investigations. So I got her here on the show. We are getting ready for her, and our producer says she is in. So let's go ahead and bring the lovely lady, Miss Quest, on. Let's go ahead and bring her in. Miss Quest,
Hi.
let's see if she's in. Our producer says she's coming in. I don't see it. Oh, I see her now. How are you doing today?
I am doing really good. How are you doing?
I am doing good. I'm doing good. First, thank you for joining us here on the show. We appreciate you so much for coming on here and having conversations with your boy OT. Now, let's
I love
dive
you.
right into it. We're about to dive right into it. You are an international best-selling author. You are a photographer. You are an artist. You are a YouTuber. You have your own podcast. You are doing a lot of things. So let's tell our listeners and people going to be watching on the replay and people that's going to be coming, where you from and how did you get started?
Well, I am from Missouri, Blue Springs, near Kansas City.
Uh,
I started my journey many years ago. I mean, I've been writing on my book forever, it seems, because I had to go through college, raise a kiddo on my own, and
mm-hmm,
kind of took me a while. Now, my second book, the sequel, is moving along
mm-hmm.
much quicker. I'm like, wow. I mean, the first
Okay.
book like took forever. The second book is like sailing beyond. Um, but
Uh,
it took me a while to find the right people, the right connections to get it published. And once I did, it took off like wildfire. I still cannot believe that I'm a bestseller. I mean, it blows my mind. It's something that I've always wanted. Um,
uh-huh.
so I'm working on a few books, but
Mm-hmm.
I've been hitting paranormal investigations quite a lot lately. Quite a lot.
Interesting. So tell us a little bit about that because a lot of us see it on TV, a lot of us see it on the History Channel and all the Discovery Channel and stuff like that. What made you get into that to start doing investigations?
I kind of had my own experiences. Growing up as a
Mm.
kid, I would have these
Mm-hmm.
shadow beings in the room leaning into me saying, "Hey, she can hear us," and it would scare the crap out of me. And I'm like, right?
That was scared the hell out of me too. Let's go ahead and tell it.
I I remember moving into this apartment in downtown Kansas City off of Armour Boulevard. It's called the New Bern
Mm-hmm.
Hotel. They turned it into apartments.
Mm-hmm.
And at the
Mm-hmm.
time, my roof was gone, and I was cooking lunch, and I heard through the wall, "Somebody, please help me!" And I'm like, "Please tell me that's an entity and not something real." I ended up calling up management saying, "Is this real? You know, do you
Mm-hmm.
know our?" I sure don't. Do I need to worry? And she goes,
Mm-hmm.
"Oh no." In that apartment, I heard all sorts of noises, whispers in my ears. I'm trying to
Mm-hmm.
sleep. I was out of there so quick. It's like,
I know you was. I know you was. I know you was.
so it's just, I've gotten to a point where I'm tired of being scared. It's like, if you're going to
Mm-hmm.
show up to my house, I'm now going to make house calls. So
I
yeah,
got you.
that's kind of my mindset. If you come and you visit me and you freak me out, I'm going to come visit you. Um, we've caught,
Wow.
we've caught so many cool things like glowing eyes in the dark, hellacious
Mm-hmm.
screaming that is so creepy. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and some of these experiences I'm thinking about putting into my books eventually.
Okay.
I want to title it Earth Angel and have it be
Okay.
about spirits and everything, because most of my books are science fiction, urban fantasy, some children's books,
Mm-hmm.
poetry books. Um, and in case anybody's interested in science fiction, my book is Atlantis, City of Mages. But
Mm-hmm.
the ghost hunting is my main passion. It's like I love writing books, but there's nothing like
Uh-huh.
entering a creepy house, no lights on. All
Mm-hmm.
you have is viewfinder on your camera, night vision, and
Mm-hmm.
you don't know what's gonna jump out at you, what noises you're gonna catch. It's it's an
Mm-hmm.
adrenaline. Thing.
Now I
Absolutely.
know now, like right now, I know a lot of Airbnbs. Like when it comes to paranormal, a lot of places are like, "Yo, we got paranormal here. Come stay with us." Because I was watching, I think it was on Discovery Channel, and they had like a whole lot of people staying in different hotels, and it was like a booming business. And I'm sitting back, and I'm like, okay, I don't think that I can stay in a one of those kind of hotels because I'm already freaked out as it is, right? But just to see certain things, what was one of your like experience seeing one of them? Like, what happened? Like, I want to know. Like, I do want to know. Like, what was something that happened freaked you out so bad that you was like, okay, I'm not doing this right now. I'm not going to do it right now. I'll do it later.
I it's I think Armour Boulevard, that New Bern Hotel, was like the worst, because not only did I hear something call out for help, "Please help me. He'll come back soon." And I'm like, I'm not going to knock on my
Mm-hmm.
neighbor's door. Somebody's, and I called up the management. I'm like, "Do I need to contact police, or am I just hearing things?" And they're like, "Oh no, we know that neighbor. He's a
Mm-hmm.
nice." Okay. It scared me. If somebody's calling out for
Mm-hmm.
help, you want to go help them, but you also don't want to end up in the
Right.
same situation if it's real. That was the first and
That's
last time I heard from the kitchen wall. But I kid you
mm-hmm.
not, one evening I was trying to fall asleep, and this demonic
Mm-hmm.
voice started whispering in my ear. And I kept hearing conversations in the living room. So I got up out of bed. I thought the TV was on, the TV was off, and I thought, maybe a neighbor has their TV on. So then I peeked out in the
Mm-hmm.
hallway. You hear a pin drop. I closed my front door, all the noises were gone. I'm like, yeah. I mean, I was so scared that night. I called my roommate
Mm-hmm.
and I said, "Home, I know you're hanging out with your friends and stuff, but I'm scared." And then, of course, when they came
Mm-hmm.
home, I heard stuff. I'm just like, um, that hotel, that hotel. My roommate
Mm-hmm.
did live on the 8th floor before I moved in,
Okay.
right? We were
Mm-hmm.
going up the
Mm-hmm.
8th floor. He needed to feed his cats.
Mm-hmm.
The elevator stopped on the
Uh-huh.
5th floor, opened up, nobody was there, and door closed. And it happened every day, all the time. They kept having maintenance work on it, and it kept opening up on 5th
Okay.
floor, letting something on or off. We went
Right.
up to the 8th floor. I sat down on his couch.
Mm-hmm.
I smelled the phone, felt pressure on my leg and pressure on my lips. Something was kissing me that I couldn't see. And I'm like, okay, are you done with the cat? We need to go
Wow.
now.
Right. Right.
You know, I,
Wow.
I did tell him, I said, should I move into this location? It will not be on this apartment on this 8th floor. We moved in on the 4th
Mm-hmm.
floor. It was still too active.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what really creeped me out.
Mm-hmm.
Just it was such an active place between the smells, the noises, the feeling like you're being kissed by something you can't see. Just
Mm-hmm.
the low mumbling in my ear, like it sounded raspy, like I said, almost demonic. It was scary. You know,
Mm-hmm.
that would be like the worst
Wow.
experience.
Now, how do you like? I hear people say, like, you got to take back your energy as soon as you go through something like that, because when you go through something as dramatic, or something that's spiritually, they say that sometimes you got to like go away for a minute and get your energy, because it drains so much. Is that true?
It is very true, but I
Hmm.
also find it hard to achieve while in the moment.
Okay.
A lot of times on investigations, we'll get drained or we'll get
Hmm.
scared, and your fear kind of rises above that whole collecting of energy. Um,
Okay.
here's a good example. Oh my God. Okay,
Talk
so
to
we
me.
went, yeah, we went to a place called the Garnett House,
Hmm.
and there's an experiment that was done. A group of us was in another
Hmm.
room, spirit box,
Hmm.
and what was it was a room that had 5 different doorways, and everybody's back was to the an open room. That is the most creepy
Hmm.
experience you could probably ever have, because there's nothing protecting your back. You know, your back is
Right.
open to the dark room, and pretty soon it kind of trips
Hmm.
you out. But the
Hmm.
host that was doing the event would take a person out of the group and put them in a doorway of a separate room and have you just stare into darkness. And the whole time I'm like,
What?
okay, remember the technique, bubble up your energy, try to focus, remain calm. And all of a sudden I started seeing this black mist swirling on the floor. And I was like, stay strong, don't get scared. Don't get scared. Bubble up
Hmm.
your energy. Strong, you're powerful. Whatever was in that smoke, it like it was like it was peering over its shoulder and just right in your face. Right in your face.
Wow.
I screamed, the chair almost tipped backward because I mean it was like something like it was like peering, it was like it was hiding its face under the shoulder, and then it just turned and looked right at you.
Hmm.
And I was like, I thought the bubble up technique, claim your power, was supposed to work, but not with this thing. Mm. Uh,
Wow. Wow.
yeah,
I,
it
I,
was.
I, wow. See, now I'm actually glad that you on, because when we watch these things on TV, when we watch it, paranormal investigations, or we look at Discovery Channel or the History Channel, and they have these things. Or the first thing that I say probably was staged, right? You know what I mean? Like, you never know. But the fact to actually hear a person that actually do it, like, okay, all right, now we getting somewhere, because a lot of people don't really believe it. They think it's staged, but some I believe that it is spirits out there. That there is, certain places that have these kind of spirits in there. But I got a deeper question for you. When it comes down to that, have you ever in your lifetime, well, since you've been doing this, um, have a spirit act came back with you? Like I like when you in these hotels and these investigations, do spirits ever come back to you in a different part of, like, say you went back home? Do they follow? Like, I want to know because I'm spooked out anyway.
Okay. Um, I have actually studied a lot of shamanic practices. So I sage
Okay,
my
okay,
home.
so
And
explain that to our listeners. Explain the shamanic practices. Explain that to our listeners.
so I've had weird experiences all my life. When I was
Mhm,
14, I actually had a
mhm,
shaman experience, and it took me many years to find somebody to teach me because I'm like, what did I see? And then I found
mhm,
out I was in the astral plane and that place does exist, that other shamans have traveled there. And I actually
uh-huh,
had a teacher that is Cherokee descent,
mm,
teach me
mhm,
things, keep me safe. One
mhm,
of the things for spirits, especially demons, you grab
mhm,
a bundle and you burn it.
mhm,
Now the fun about the sage bundle, it only burns
mhm.
as much as two. When it stops smoking,
Okay.
that room is cleared.
Mhm.
So I go around all of the
Really?
walls, roll the smoke up on
Hold
all the
up, hold up,
walls. Sorry.
hold up. So explain that again. So when you have, hold up, because I'm about to show you something. Okay, so let me get this understanding right. Say when you have like these right here, like these, you say when
Yeah.
you burn them, the smoke, right? The smoke. So when your room is cured, the smoke disappears, right? Basically, right?
Yep. You have
Wow.
to relight
Okay.
it. Yeah.
Wow.
That's the
Okay.
cool thing.
I've learned. I learned
So
something new. Because
yeah.
see, when you burn sage, right? When you burn sage, I thought, you burn sage and it goes a certain way. But when you say that the sage supposed to, the smoke disappear, that means that the room is cured. Okay, got it. I got it now. Thank you. I appreciate you on that one because I need to hear that one.
Now, when you enter a new room, you relight it,
Hmm.
and then
Okay.
going through. But when
Okay.
it stops burning in that room, you're free and clear.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Got it.
Uh,
Thank you.
there are no problem. There are certain things you don't do on an investigation. You never ask the entity to come with you. Do
Okay.
not ask to come home with you. Um,
Okay.
there is this is not my experience, but there was an investigator that had an experience where they went to an asylum and said to the
Hmm.
being, "You don't have to stay here anymore." It
Right.
followed her home, and anytime she records her voice, it just starts screaming. You can't hear her on the recorder because it's just hellacious screaming.
Wow.
You never invite these things
Wow.
home. Now, here's a thought for
Hmm.
you.
Okay.
Um, be careful if you have a welcome mat, because technically when the
Okay.
mat says welcome, it's an invitation for beings to enter your house.
Oh, oh. Time to get that mat up. I do have a welcome mat. Time to get that welcome up.
Yeah.
Thank you. I will be doing as soon as I leave out the studio. I will be going home, taking up that welcome mat. Hey, thank you. Wow.
Because it's technically, it's like saying, welcome. Okay, I'll just enter. You know, it took me a moment to think about that. That was a TikTok I had watched, and they were talking about vampires and demons and how there's a part of the mythology is they have to be invited into the house. And that one person said, now remember, welcome mats were created maybe during World War II. I mean, we had mats at the, when they say welcome is a fairly new thing compared to, you know, human history. And technically,
Right.
that's an yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
You're like, I'm getting rid of that.
I am getting rid of that ASAP. You hear me? I am getting rid of that ASAP. Wow. What are some new experiences that you are going to be doing for 2022? Because I know you already did one already, but I know that you're going to be doing a lot more. So let's talk about that a little. You're about to go on like a little state to state tour and try to find different places, right? To
Yes.
look for a lot of paranormal. Okay, so give our listeners and people Mrs. Quest little state to state that she might be visiting. Uh, we ain't going to tell them the date that you're going to be visiting, but places that you're going to be visiting that we probably know about.
So a lot of people have heard about the Sally House in Atchison, Kansas, but a lot of
Mm-hmm.
people have heard that down the street from that demon house, Sally House in Atchison, is another
Mm-hmm.
location that is active even during the day. It's not just a nighttime thing, it's during the day.
Wow.
We have visited that place several times, and we're going to be visiting again
Mm-hmm.
in weeks. One of my
Mm-hmm.
experiences there, oh, this is so creepy. So my fellow investigator Trisha, she's like downstairs, she's like in the
Mm-hmm.
dining room messing with all the equipment,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, oh, well, there's a refrigerator, a break room upstairs. Let me just grab a couple of, you know, cans of pop, you know, and I reached the top of the
Mm-hmm.
stairs, and black hand reached around the corner. And I was like, Trish, like what? I can't be up here alone right now. That was
Wow.
like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and here I'm already seeing a black hand reach around. A month after I saw that, another investigating
Mm-hmm.
team went. They also saw a black hand come out of the same room and wrap around the wall. Yep.
See. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I'll be out. I will be out. Camera be dropped. I would be running to the nearest bus stop or the car, and I'll probably uh my car be started already riding down because that would be too much for me. Too much for me. But you know what though? That right there tells us that there are, you know, things and spirits out there that are still houses and stuff like that. You know, so wow.
So the bad thing was my camera was pointed in the opposite direction. I did post the video of my reaction
Mm-hmm.
of what happened, but I should have been angling it
Mm-hmm.
toward, you know, but you know, I was busy going up the stairs. And when you see a black hand wrap around, you're not thinking, aim the camera, you know, you're thinking, crap, do I need to
Right,
run?
right,
You know, it's
right,
like,
right, right, right. It's
um, and the next investigation, so we're going back to the McIntyre, and hopefully we'll
mm-hmm.
catch a shadow figure. I want to capture something move. I want to capture shadow figures. Other people have caught
Mm-hmm.
those. I want to too. The next place we're
Okay.
hoping, fingers crossed, is
Mm-hmm.
in the Ohio State Reformatory in May is what we're planning on.
Mm-hmm.
That
Okay.
place,
Okay.
that has a lot of doors opening and closing, a lot of shadow figures, things moving around, people hearing things. I'm really
Mhm.
hoping once again that, it's like most of the stuff that we caught, other than the glowing eyes, most of the stuff we have caught
Right,
is,
right.
you know, and I really want to capture visual things. And it's cool to have experiences, like
Yes, it
walking down
is.
the hall, somebody yanked down on your shirt, you turn around and nobody's there, you know.
I,
Uh,
I try to tell
creepy.
you, I'll be running out the door. I'll be creeped out. I'll be creeped out. Bad enough, I'll be creeped out at the house, but I darn sure be creeped out then, But I always wanted to, and and I'll be honest with you, I always wanted to actually go to one of those and see for myself, But once again, I'm a punk. I'm once I'm a punk. When it comes down to something like that will freak me out. But I'm still an adventurer, so I'm
Right.
still like one of those type. Like, you know what? I want to do it. I want to do it. Just don't know when, but I want to do it. So now you are convincing me to actually just try it. But I got to make sure I get my spirit before I. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to have to make sure I get my spirit right before I go, because when you see the stuff on TV,
Yes.
and you see people reactions, and it's like, wow, you know,
Yeah.
and then when you see movies, that shows these different things, like I I just want to see for myself if it's real, right? Like,
When
just like when
when
we
it's
went to
Hollywood,
mhm,
when it's
mhm,
Hollywood glam, it's like greatly exaggerated.
okay,
It's not that scary. I mean, I've been to numerous locations. I've had experiences most of my life, and nowhere have
mhm.
I ever experienced anything like Annabelle or The Conjuring. I mean, that's
Okay,
like
okay. Thank
exaggerated.
you. That's what I need to hear. Okay, all right. Now we're talking. Now I would now, because when you these movies, you know what I mean. You see the person sitting up there on the side, looking at you, then they come running towards you, like, yeah,
Yeah, I would be out. I would be if something like that was coming at me, I would be out the door.
okay, okay. So
Even
I'm glad you clarified that.
on my YouTube
Uh-huh,
channel, I have a nope, nope, nope blooper reel of all the times I've gotten chicken.
uh-huh,
And one of the times, I'm going up the stairs of the McIntyre, and the owner,
mhm.
Stephanie, comes upstairs and she goes, "Oh, good. I'm glad you're going upstairs because I've heard somebody singing." Never mind. And I turned around and I went back down the stairs. I'm like, "You heard somebody singing? No, I'm out. I'm out."
Now I got a question on that, because a lot of places are doing it. And, like, these people actually own these homes.
Yeah.
Like, and I know of a place that people actually live in their home that have it. Like, I'm just amazed. I'm just amazed. I'm amazed. But it's all over. They say it's all over. Like, there's so many places that are haunted, as they say, haunted. All over the United States.
I could
Yeah.
never live in a haunted location. Visiting is one
Okay.
thing. You have a
Right.
scary night, adrenaline rush, and you're like, this is cool. But if you're
Mm-hmm.
trying to live there day in and day out, I would be checked out.
Yeah.
I'd be like, no. I there's no way. My friend Stephanie, who owns the McIntyre, there have been a
Mm-hmm.
few months there where she stays 24/7. There were 9 people who died in that house. 9.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Wow.
doors are always opening and closing on her. You hear voices even when you go to the bathroom. You are not safe.
Wow.
So the shower in the bathroom on the second floor, she's like, yeah, I took a
Mm-hmm.
shower before we got here, and those shampoo racks that connect from the tub to the ceiling with all those little shelves and it's
Yeah.
adjustable.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Started
Mm-hmm.
rattling and shaking the bottle. The shelf was fine, but one shampoo bottle was just rattling around, and I'm like, I'd be out of that shower screaming bloody murder. I'm just saying. I would be like,
What? I'll be listen. I will be bucket naked running down the highway, or when people be like, "Oh, that man just no, 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 no." I did not just go crazy. You know what I mean? Like this is what's happening. Wow,
yes. So
wow.
we're also planning on going to Hinsdale, New York, coming up in September. I believe it's
Mm-hmm.
called just the Hinsdale House. I'm not sure what happened there, but I do hear it's highly active. And we're also
Okay.
planning on going to Wildwood at the same time. So it's like we're going to have one investigation one night and then another investigation the following night since they're so close to one another. I believe they said at the Wildwood that there's actually items that levitate. You will walk inside of the room and you will see something hanging in the air and it will just drop.
Wow.
I'm like, okay, let's
Okay.
go.
Oh, oh, okay. Wow. Now,
Yep.
you know what? I'm interested. I am. I am. So I'm gonna have to talk to you later because you said in September. I wouldn't
Yep.
mind seeing that. So I will make sure I get my mind and body and spirit right before I would uh invite myself to see something like that. You know?
I said, I,
What else? What else?
something that moves. So
Mhm.
keeping fingers crossed. We'll see what
Wow.
happens. So
Yes, yes, yes. We are definitely going to keep our fingers crossed with this. So, what else is going on besides the traveling? All your paranormal investigations. I know that you're writing your second book, and you say that you're going to be doing some stuff in the second book. So, are you going to be adding all the paranormal investigations in your second book?
my second book is actually of course, the sequel to Atlantis, and
Mm-hmm.
an interesting theory. It's kind of
Mm-hmm.
a controversial topic. Um,
Okay.
and so I'm hoping I'm not, you know, I believe in the hollow earth theory or that it could
Okay.
exist.
Okay.
There was
So, tell
a
our
man,
listeners a little bit about that.
there was a man, Admiral Byrd, and he was actually a
Mm-hmm.
military admiral. Right? I'm not sure if he flew down through the North Pole or up through the South, but he claims to have gone down through one of the poles. And inside of the
Mm-hmm.
Earth was another Earth. And he actually encountered a race of aliens that lived in the center of the Earth.
Wow.
So in the
Wow.
second book, the main character, in order to save the world from an invading race of aliens, they have to get in
Mm-hmm.
contact with those aliens, and they have to make
Mm-hmm.
contact with another group of people, because it's like you have a group
Mm-hmm.
of good guys, a group of bad guys, and they're both trying to meet with that race. You
Mm-hmm.
know, what would happen if the bad guys
Right.
beat the good guys to the aliens that live in the center of the earth, and we have another attack
Mm,
about it?
mm.
So
That's a movie. It sounds like a movie.
I
It's like
would
that is going to be a movie after you write the book.
I hope so. I would love for my books to turn into movies. You ever have those books that are just so dull and boring, like they have this lull in the middle? I like keeping my
Yes.
books high intensity, the best way possible. Constant adventure, constant.
I love that.
So
I love it.
yeah. So yeah, in my second book, um, it
Hmm.
takes year 20 2042-ish, right?
Hmm.
And they're already covered
Hmm.
in an ice age. So
Okay. Mm,
it's like
I
the
like
the
it.
whole energy of Atlantis sinking, it
Hmm.
has a gravitational pull. Um, in
Hmm.
my book, Atlantis sank in the Bermuda Triangle, and that's why all the ships and the
Okay.
airplanes, right? But it
Right. Hmm.
intensifies because Atlantis didn't sink in the past; it sank in the future. But since it could time travel,
Hmm.
energy's kind of affecting the
Hmm.
timeline over time until it really finally sinks. And then it
Okay.
shifts magnets of the poles, gives an ice age, and here we're under attack of
Wow.
aliens trying to defend ourselves and everything else. I mean, there's a lot going on. It's going to be a two-parter. So that's
Okay.
a lot.
Okay. Well, I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait to read that book. I cannot wait to read it because since you start talking about that, people watch Doctor Strange and they see all the different, universes and you like putting it all together a little bit. So
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So listen, I want to say thank you so much for joining your boy OT here on the show. I appreciate you so much. Keep on doing what you're doing. Can you tell our listeners and followers and people that's going to be watching the replay where to find you at on social media platforms?
Absolutely. I have a website, arcturusawakens.com. I also have a podcast that I recently started up, which is also Arcturus Awakens. I've got, I might, I go by Odeon's Box on Instagram and TikTok.
Mhm.
But if you really want to get a hold of me, Phantom Files on YouTube. I interact with everyone who posts. So
There it is.
that, so
There it
yeah.
is. Well, listen, I appreciate you so much. Happy Women's Month. Happy International Women's Month. We appreciate you so much for joining us here on the show, giving us a little bit of details about paranormal investigations because, just because you see it on TV now, we are actually right here with one. And let me tell you, I enjoyed it, and I am going to be talking to you about New York City because I do want to, try that and go to New York and actually just try it. So I'm going to be talking to you about it. So yeah, because now you got me interested. Now since you said it like it ain't like what the movies say it is, and they like to exaggerate a little bit. Now I'm kind of feeling a little bit better now. I'm feeling a little bit better. I just didn't want nobody to come chase me. I
There's
didn't want that girl in the dress to come get me.
there is one thing I do need to tell you though. It's not like a
Okay.
girl's gonna well, it's not like somebody's gonna be really chasing you or scaring you, but I have been scratched. My shirt has been
Oh,
pulled.
oh, oh, oh.
So be
Okay. All
careful.
right. See. Ooh, ooh. I just got the
Right?
creeps right there. Ooh,
I will show you the scratch mark.
woo.
After this, I will find that picture. I will send it your way, and you will see. I was wearing a winter coat, never took it off,
Wow.
and it scratched a C into me and a mark all the way down to my elbow
Ooh.
through an inch of fabric.
Ooh.
Yeah, yeah.
Ooh.
So,
Okay. Well, listen. Wow.
yeah.
Wow. Thank you for telling me that. OT just you know, September looking kind of blurry for me a little bit. This is looking kind of blurry. blurry for me. Just a little bit looking blurry. But hey, uh, no, we're gonna be talking. We're definitely gonna be talking. I appreciate you so much. Because I know you put that came on last week. So thank you for rescheduling with me. I definitely appreciate you so much doing that and for bringing us a little bit closer to paranormal, investigation, see how it really is. So I appreciate you on that one. And you're an
Thank
international, best-selling author. So I mean, but people just think you just write books. Like you said in your bio, like you just think I just write books, and I love that. I was like, oh yeah.
you.
Well, listen, thank you again for joining us. We appreciate you. Make sure y'all go follow her on all of the social media platforms. And she's going to tell you one more time where to follow her at on the social platforms.
ArcturusAwakens.com, Arcturus Awakens Podcast, Odion's Box on Instagram and TikTok, and Phantom Files on YouTube. Thank you for
There it
having me.
is, y'all.
I loved it. Loved it.
Thank you. I appreciate you. I definitely appreciate you. You know I do. So yeah, all right. Well, you have yourself a very good day. The rest of your day, enjoy yourself. Get the love
Thank
to your daughter. Appreciate her. And listen, we'll be talking. We'll definitely be talking. All right.
you.
Well,
Yes.
thank you again for joining us here on the OT show. Welcome to the family because you are now officially a family member. So, welcome to the family and anything that you need or anything that you want to do here, you are welcome to do. Thank you so much. Appreciate you.
Right. Thank you so much.
No problem. And we'll be talking. Oh man, good interview. Great interview, y'all. Hey, listen, like I told y'all, if y'all want to know a little bit about paranormal investigations, make sure y'all follow her on Paranormal Files. They're on YouTube. It's live and direct on YouTube. Make sure y'all follow her on all of her social media platforms, which we gave it to you, which y'all will see anyway on the YouTube description, because we're gonna put it on there for you. But hey, I appreciate y'all so much joining your boy here on the show. And we have another good show for y'all tomorrow. We're bringing on a jazz musician is going to be joining your boy here on the show because this is Women's Month. So happy Women's Month to every woman out there that is doing fantastic things. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Keep doing y'all thing because this is y'all month. So celebrate it, enjoy it, praise it, give everybody else shots out that are doing things, and y'all make sure y'all tune in with your boy OT. Thank you for watching, and we will see y'all tomorrow, same time, same place. And like I always say, be good to people. Be good to people, because people is going to be good back to you. All right? Love y'all. Be good. And thank you for watching here on the show. Peace.